In the previous video, we learned how to say hello and goodbye in Spanish. But what happens after hola? Imagine this. You are in a party in some country in Latin America, and all of a sudden, someone comes up to you and says, Hola, ¿cómo te llamas? But you freeze because you don't know how to answer that question. And now imagine that you manage to say your name. But now the person keeps asking, ¿De dónde eres? ¿Dónde vives? ¿Qué idioma hablas? And you just say yes. You just smile and say yes, because there's so many questions that you don't know how to answer. Today you are going to learn how to introduce yourself in Spanish like a real native speaker. You will learn how to say your name, age, nationality, the place where you live, the languages that you talk, and what you do. But it won't be just theory. We'll do practice exercises, you'll see real dialogues, and at the end, you'll have an interactive challenge to put everything into action. Okay? Vamos! Okay, first, your name. When people ask you, ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas? You can say, Me llamo, and then your name. Me llamo is my name is. Also, you can say, Mi nombre es, then your name. Mi nombre es, my name is. And you can say, Soy, and then your name. Soy, this is I am. All three are correct, but there's a trick. If you want to sound more natural, you can do this. It's simpler than you think. If someone asks you, Hola, ¿cómo te llamas? Just say your name. For example, Hola, ¿cómo te llamas? Fernanda. ¿Y tú? Remember that y tú is and you. So, say your name. Okay, after your name, you can say where you are from and your nationality. People will ask you like this. ¿De dónde eres? ¿De dónde eres? And you can say, soy de, and then the country where you are from. Soy de, this is I am from. And about your nationality, you can say soy, and then your nationality. I am. I'll show you some country names with their corresponding nationalities. Estados Unidos, Canadá, Brasil, Alemania, Francia, Inglaterra, China, Rusia, Italia, India, Australia, Nueva Zelanda. Estadounidense, canadiense, brasileño, brasileña, alemán, alemana, francés, francesa, inglés, inglesa, chino o china, ruso, rusa, italiano, italiana, indio, india, australiano, australiana, neozelandés, neozelandesa. For example, soy de Chile y soy chilena. ¿Y tú? In Spanish, we use the verb tener to say our age, not the verb ser, to be, like in English or other languages. It's like you have that age. You say it like this. Tengo, number, años. I am, the number, years old. For example, tengo 27 años. ¿Y tú? I know that to say your age in Spanish, you need to know the numbers, right? That's why I invite you to watch the following videos of these A1 lessons, because we are going to learn the numbers in Spanish in a practical and dynamic way. If you want to say where you live right now, you'll say Vivo en Ciudad País. I live in city, country. For example, ¿dónde vives? Vivo en Alemania. ¿Y tú? You will say, vivo en. Now I'll ask you another question. Pay attention. ¿Qué idioma hablas? What could you answer? ¿Qué idioma hablas? You could say, hablo, and then the language that you speak. I speak, and you can also say, hablo un poco de, I speak a little, and then the language or languages that you speak. For example, hablo español e inglés y hablo un poco de francés y alemán. I'm just learning. I speak a little bit. And finally, you can say what you do. There are more possible questions. They may ask you, ¿en qué trabajas? ¿A qué te dedicas? ¿Qué haces? This last one is literally what do you do? Like when you are asking an occupation, right, in English. So you can say, soy, and then your occupation. You know this one, right? I am. Occupation. Soy. You can also say trabajo como, and then your occupation, profession. Trabajo como. I work as. And you could be studying, right? You can say estudio, and then the field, the degree that you are studying. Estudio. I study. For example, soy profesora. ¿Y tú? Now let's see what a conversation looks like with all the elements that we have learned. Hola, ¿cómo te llamas? Hola, me llamo Sofía. ¿Y tú? Soy Alex. ¿De dónde eres? Soy de Argentina. ¿Y tú? Yo soy mexicano. ¿Dónde vives? En Monterrey. ¿Y tú? En Guadalajara. Genial. ¿Qué idiomas hablas? Hablo español y un poco de inglés. ¿Y tú? Hablo español. ¿En qué trabajas? Soy fotógrafo. Yo también. Now let's go to the party. Now you know how to answer to all those questions, right? Vamos. Hola, ¿cómo te llamas? ¿De dónde eres? ¿Cuántos años tienes? ¿Dónde vives? ¿Qué idioma hablas? ¿A qué te dedicas? Felicitaciones! Now you know how to introduce yourself and keep a conversation going in Spanish. But this is just the beginning. In the next class, we'll take another step. We'll learn Spanish grammar so you can build your own sentence from scratch. We'll see the personal pronouns and the verb ser. Yo soy, tú eres. With that, your Spanish will take off. So don't miss it. Nos vemos.